Hey networkers, before we talk about routing, switching, or protocols, we need a mental model. That model is called the OSI model. The OSI model is a conceptual framework that explains how data moves from one device to another across a network. It doesn't exist to be memorized, it exists so engineers can design, understand, and troubleshoot networks in a structured way. Instead of guessing when something breaks, the OSI model helps us ask one simple question: which layer is the problem happening in? The OSI model divides network communication into 7 layers. Each layer has a specific responsibility, each layer solves a specific problem. When all 7 layers work together, communication succeeds. But when one layer fails, everything above is affected. Now, let's walk through each layer from the bottom to the top, the same way data actually moves. Layer 1 is the physical layer. This is where raw data becomes electrical signals, light, or radio waves, cables, Wi-Fi signals, network interfaces. This is all physical layer. If the cable is unplugged or the signal is weak, communication stops here. Layer 2 is the data link layer. This layer handles communication within the local network. It uses MAC addresses to identify devices and ensures frames are delivered on the same network. Switches operate mainly at this layer. Layer 3 is the network layer. This is where logical addressing and routing happens. IP addresses live here. Routers make routing decisions at this layer. Protocols like IP and OSPF help data find the correct paths across networks. Layer 4 is the transport layer. This layer controls how data is delivered from one device to another. TCP focuses on reliability, UDP focuses on speed. This is where ports exist and where end-to-end communication is managed. Layer 5 is the section layer. It manages sections between applications. It establishes, maintains, and ends communication sections. Think of it as keeping conversations organized. Layer 6 is the presentation layer. This layer formats data so applications can understand it. It handles things like encryption, compression, and data translation. This is where data is prepared before being shown to the user. Layer 7 is the application layer. This is where users interact with the network. Protocols like HTTP, HTTPS, DNS, FTP, and SMTP operate here. When you open a website or send an email, you are working at layer 7. The key thing to understand is this: the OSI model is not about memorizing protocols. It's about understanding responsibility. When things breaks, engineers don't panic. They isolate the issue by layer. As we move forward into routing, switching, and relapse, you'll see the OSI model show up again and again. Once this clicks, networking starts to make sense. So for now, bye bye.